So hello guys, this is the demo video for Nova KYC system, and this video is particularly for the demo, the front-end example demo, but the next video is going to comprise of the back-end explanation, that is the way the CK verification happens, and it's also going to contain the explanation of the smart contracts, that is the KYC registry contracts, and it's also going to contain a very detailed explanation regarding the SDK, the Nova SDK, and also a little explanation for the front-end example. So let's just jump into it and go smoothly regarding the demo. So this is the demo, and for this, let's take it that I have integrated Nova SDK to this system already, right? And this is exactly how it's going to be. So first, I will just try to explain some setting so that you could understand how the system works. So basically, user provides their documents. So currently I'm working with international passports at the moment for this demo. User provides passports. The OCR extracts those passport data and hash it and generates a proof for those passport data, right? So what happened is it sends this passport data, the proof, to the attester. So the attester can basically be multiple trusted attesters that run their services. So you send it to those attesters, one of it, then the attesters send it to the smart contract. The smart contract validates the signatures that is coming from the attester, and when it validates those signatures, so how does this smart contract validate those signatures? It validates the signatures by checking if the attester is valid, right? You check the public key and the ID that has been hashed on chain, and it's extract it out from the proof that was being generated and compare it and it validates it. So it sends it back to the and it returns bool whenever the verification on chain is successful. Then it completes the transaction, and if the KYC system is valid, it returns true. If it's not, it returns false. But there's still a blocker, a challenging blocker at the moment for the KYC system to be 100% ready. Currently, it's just 70% ready. If Nova KYC system needs to be 100% ready, we need to integrate the world identification database to the system. This database is basically what all KYC providers actually integrate, but it is paid, right? So at the moment, we can actually afford it to integrate the API into the system, because if I do integrate the API into the system, right, it's before it generates those proofs, it's going to verify if the user is free, or if the user is verify the safety, the bank statement, every other stuff that checks if someone is credible in the society, if someone is actually okay in the society, right? So let me just jump into the process. So the first process, right, we are going to register the attester. So as I said earlier, that anyone that wants to be an attester, what they just need to do is to provide their attester ID and public key. So this attester ID, whenever you run the service, the attester ID, the whole system, the attester system is going to generate an ID for you, and it's also going to generate a public key for you, right? So what you just need to do is to give me the ID, the public key, and the address that you want to use to receive reward whenever we integrate monetization into the system. So this is the ID and this is the public key. So I'm going to show you guys. You can see that so this is the ID, right? This is the ID, and this is the public key at the moment. So yeah, so what I need to do now is to take a demo address, testnet address. Let's pick any of this address. Let's pick XE, right? So let's pick XE. So I need to be the owner. It needs to be the owner that needs to verify this. So we just need to switch accounts, and so the owner will be 2. So we just switch the account, and we need to just disconnect this. I still have it. So I need to connect back, and connect back. So cool. So we need to go here. So I have the address already. So let's put it. Paste it. So I'll sign the transaction. So I just need to confirm. Yeah. So this is the principal. Confirm the transaction, and the transaction is successful. We can come over here to check the transaction code, and you can see that the transaction was successful at this point. Then we come up, so we need to switch accounts again, because we need to switch account to user 8. What we need to do is to disconnect. We need to disconnect here. Then we need to connect back. What are we here? We're connecting to account 8. So when we do that, so now currently the attester has been registered. You can see that. I'm just going to the logs so that you can see the logs, and you can see the function call, it returns true. This is the address, this is the public key, and this is the public key, and this is the attester ID, right? So let's do this. So cool. So first thing, as a user, right, for this particular account, what you need to do is to upload a passport. So this is a dummy passport, right? And confirm. So you can see what happens. The OCR extracted the data, the passport data, from the passport image. You can see the passport number, the national ID, the age verification, and all this other stuff are not on the passport currently. But let me show you on the server. So you can see that this is visible on the server here also, to extract it. So what we just need to do is start the KYC verification, right, as quick as possible. So that's, you can see now the verification is happening, right? So we need to sign the transaction. Yeah, we signed the transaction, and you can see that the KYC verified, as simple as that. And this is a registry contract for it, so let's just go back and refresh it again. We just need to refresh, and you can see that the KYC verification worked. So let's go in here, and the function call. Cool. So you can see the commitment and the signature that is being registered on chain. You can see the attester ID. Yeah, so this is it. So I know there's like a few questions. So the crazy thing about Noah SDK is, whenever this transaction happens, whenever a particular account perform this KYC operation using Noah SDK, as far as other application integrates Noah SDK, right, into their system, the KYC is, for that particular user, is reusable. So the user don't need to pass through the process of uploading his document again for any operation that is being built, or any application, any protocol that is being built on Stacks. So the KYC is reusable, and also again, for security measures, the KYC, you cannot actually use the same document to register on chain again. So if I try to like register this particular document on chain, it's going to fail. It's going to show an error message that this document is registered to this particular user. So I believe that Noah SDK is 70% ready because the Sybil resistance has been integrated into the system. The proof is generating. The KYC verification on chain is registered. The KYC, the ZK proof is being registered on chain, and the ZK proof is generated perfectly. Let me just go through the logs so that you can see when or where the ZK proof was being generated. So we are currently at 5:41. So you can see this is the time where this ZK proof was generated, and you can see that you can't see the commitment. You don't know what happened. Everything is being secured and all. And what really happens here is it validates with all the constraints on the ZK, right? And when he does that on the circuit, let me just call it on the circuit aspect, right? So if we go into the circuit aspect, this is a constraint that contains what those documents will validate, like how the system is going to validate the document and all, you understand, and put it into the Maker tree and arrange everything properly. So I don't want to like dive deep into this for now because it is a demo video, right, basically. So the monetization aspect will basically be on the attester, right? It's basically going to be on the attester, and also the monetization aspect is also going to be on the system also if you want to like integrate it on your own application. So it goes in two ways. Attesters are going to pay to use the services, to run the services before they could run the services, and we can create a means for them to make their own money running the services, right? And as a developer, if you want to integrate it into your system, when it comes to mainnet, you can choose between any attesters actually, right? So it depends on if you want to pay directly to Noah to run your attester for you, or you can choose any other attesters to run your system. So currently I'm going to work hard to modify the logs and everything. So yeah, so this is a very strong project, and I've been putting in effort in the project for the past 3 months now. Started from November last year after the DEF CON, and I started like understanding the concept around KYC system, how it really works, and I thought about it in a way that how can we make it on-chain whereby KYC registrations won't be failing whenever it's being integrated in a system, right? It gives a very huge problem to the owner of the owner of the protocols to start going through KYC again, checking it out, why did it fail and all. But in this case, if your KYC verification fails, that means you really had a problem, right? So this is it. It's very easy to use, it's user friendly, good UI and everything. And more, but I am also dedicated to putting more effort to develop this product, to use all documentation. Currently is on passports. We increase it to use other identity documentation out there and align it to everything. So the big blocker for this to go live properly will be to integrate that particular user identity database into Noah, whereby we can verify the user documents to the database to check if the user is valid, or if the user is a very good person in the society, or if the user is not a scammer or any other stuff, right? So if that is being integrated into Noah, then Noah is 100% ready to be used in our system. But for testing purposes, right now, Noah is 100% ready to be used. And yeah, so this is it. So the next video basically is going to be, as I said earlier, video that is going to be the explanation of the back end, the circuits, and the SDK, the smart contracts, and the front end example. So yeah, so this is it. So this is the prover running, and this is the attester running, and this is the success of a valid KYC system. And yeah, so this is it basically. So these are the logs. These are the logs, and this is the logs for adding attester into the system, and this also is the logs for really successful KYC registration. So yeah, so this is it. So thank you so much for watching, following me from beginning to the end. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. I'm basically going to put more effort to build this particular product because I'm so dedicated to this product. And yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.